Stop what you're doing. You have to watch through to the very end to see every incredible treasure that has been unearthed, and you won't believe what was hidden at Graceland for 40 years. Yes, we finally get to have a look inside a secret vault that held some of Elvis Presley's most private belongings. The vault was hidden for 40 years. Prepare yourself if you believed you knew every Elvis secret, because this vault will completely upend your worldview. It started when a mislabeled door in a seldom used hallway behind the recording studio was discovered by Graceland's new archiving staff. They initially believed it to be merely storage, but when they tried the handle, they discovered a long, narrow room with a strong steel door that sealed it off. No one could recall constructing it, and no documentation indicated its precise function. They busted it open with a locksmith's assistance after their curiosity got the better of them. It seemed like entering a time machine set in the 1970s to see what was beyond. Rows of floor-to-ceiling shelves, each filled with translucent plastic boxes, are the first thing you see. Stacks of handwritten lyrics and Elvis Presley's own script were found in those crates. Some of them were never made into songs, while others had comments in the margins suggesting that a phrase or melody should be changed. Imagine discovering pages of a song that he began at the age of 30 but never completed before his death in 1977. Just those papers challenge our preconceived notions about his creative process. Velvet suit coats in every hue. Elvis favored icy white, midnight blue, and even a striking red hang on padded hooks farther inside. Even though they are all decked up in sequins and rhinestones, they still have his subtle stage perspiration and perfume odor. Try this with the new Blue Shirt EP, was scrawled by hand on the label of one suit. This type of detail indicates that Elvis was actively involved in every aspect of his performance, including the coordination of his costumes. The team discovered piles of Polaroids, personal photos of Elvis playing with his daughter Lisa Marie, working out at the gym, and lounging at home on a little table with a glass top. In one picture, Priscilla and he are seen carrying Coke bottles and wearing sunglasses while smiling next to each other at a backyard cookout. It's a very different side of Elvis than the king of rock and roll in his jumpsuit on stage. It's so normal, you'd think it was your neighbor. Dozens more little wooden boxes, each meticulously labeled with dates, were stored on another shelf. Inside are huge belt buckles, gold rings, and even a personalized white gold and pearl brooch that resembles a tiny eagle in flight. Some of the pieces, according to the team's jewelry experts, were prototypes that Elvis never wore in public but were kept here for protection. His initials are entwined with Priscilla's on one ring, a gift he never gave her on stage but obviously treasured behind closed doors. Then there were recordings. There were multiple reel-to-reel tapes labeled not for public release in a closed media safe. Engineers listened to them as Elvis joked with fellow musicians in between takes, rehearsed songs for albums that were never issued, and even recorded a sweet lullaby for Lisa Marie late one evening. You get closer to the guy behind the legend when you hear his voice so unadulterated and genuine, laughing, fumbling over a line, then bursting into song. A small, sealed box marked "Personal Read Last" was even more unexpected. Handwritten letters he never sent were found inside, one to his mother, one to Colonel Tom Parker, thanking him for a difficult lesson, and one to himself, discussing the burden of living up to the title of the king. They show a side of Elvis that is frequently obscured by flashy lights and boisterous crowds, a guy who questioned his own abilities, who feared for the safety of his family, and who yearned for the good old days of performing in Graceland's living room. According to museum staff, these artifacts will be meticulously preserved. To allow fans and academics to analyze the letters without destroying the originals, they will be digitized. The tapes will be remastered for an anniversary box set, and the jewels and clothing will be gently cleaned before being shown for a future display titled Elvis Unseen, The Hidden Vault, which will open on the 40th anniversary of his death next year. Even the photographs will be made into prints. What impact will this finding have on Elvis Presley's legacy? It demonstrates that the king continues to amaze us even after 40 years. From Sun Studios to Vegas residencies, we understood his narrative, but this vault demonstrates that there are still untold tales to be shared. It serves as a reminder that Elvis was more than just a famous person. He was also a parent, a husband, a son, and an artist who never stopped producing art. These vault riches are as unexpected, exciting, and intensely personal as discovering undiscovered tunes on your favorite album. If you're an Elvis fan, if you've never heard his music before, this behind-the-scenes look could be the catalyst that rekindles your passion for his heart, voice, and style. If you fall somewhere in the middle, this serves as a reminder that history is more than just books and documentaries. It also consists of artifacts that are waiting to be discovered and locked doors that are waiting to be opened. What is your favorite discovery now that you've seen the vault's most important secrets? The unheard recordings, the covert suit jackets, the scrawled lyrics? Tell me in the comments section below. Make sure to hit the bell and subscribe if you enjoy in-depth analyses of music history and untold celebrity tales so you don't miss our next discovery. You won't want to miss what we uncover next, I promise.